I gotta take a leak.
My pube!
He fell out.
Nick,
Are you okay?
don't leave me here. Not like this, please.
Oh my God.
Is he dying?
Blow me into the toilet.
Craig, don't talk like that.
I don't want someone to come in here and be like, you lose pube.
I don't want to lose you.
Do it for me. Goodbye. I'm never gonna forget.
You're supposed to be growing more pubic hair, not losing the ones you have.
What the hell is wrong with me?
You're going backwards, and your hormone monster is in complete denial.
I don't know what to do.
We gotta get rid of him, and we gotta do it now before it's too damn late. Look at him. He's wretched.
I know.
Hey, you know what you should do? Take your pillow and smother him until he's dead.
What? I can't kill my own hormone monster. He's all I have.
We'll get you a new one, buddy. A better one. And you'll have great big bushels of pubic hair and you'll be coming all day long.
Does sound nice in theory, but no, I can't.
So what? You're just gonna have a little toddler crotch?
Huh?
Is that what you want? You little crotch toddler?
No.
So then do it.
The best diamonds are at the back of the cave. Got lasagna waiting on me. Are you tripping like that? Because you're in your trauma. Lasagna. Too late to forgive me. We already met. I'm going to look in your eyes and see where your soul is. Nobody standing there was hatched out of an egg. This is crazy footage. I'm not going nowhere if you can cook. I love it when a plan works. Fish market, goddammit. I like to say the word chlamydia.
I don't know what that means.
And my family told me I wasn't gonna be shit if I don't get my GD. Now look, lasagna with 6 different cheeses. Remember Kramer and Seinfeld? You remember him?
Do I remember him?
Mr. Andromedon, it's wardrobe. Good one, Titus. Black people are always doing that. Oh, you found the pants. I'm so pleased.
No, we didn't actually, but there was some leftover fabric down at the warehouse, so I drove there, stayed up all night sewing, and if I could just get these on him for one final fitting.
Look, the last thing I want to do is drag this out. Believe me. But I can't let you go in there.
What? Why?
Why? Oh my God. What is your name?
Jenny?
Jenny. What am I gonna do with you?
Something nice? I don't...
You want to know why people laugh at that? Because it's the truth.
No, it's not. Funny is funny. Funny has a certain life to it, a certain magic to it. If you only needed truth, people just read the paper and howl. We got to get into...
What does funny mean?
Funny has nothing to do with it being true and honest. I don't know if Richard Pryor was honest with me about the pipe talking or not.
Did it matter?
No.
It was funny.
Yes.
That's it.
So don't give me he's honest.
Right.
That doesn't
And
matter.
I've been saying that and I've been all
I just
wrong.
like the idea of a talking pipe. I like it.
Period.
Yes, I like it.
There's a lot of people out there that aren't funny, Jerry, but it's Instagram now.
The comedy ecosystem purifies itself. Okay? You don't need to do it. I don't need to do it.
Right.
You don't need to go, you know what, there's really nothing here.
Right.
Okay? Comedy finds out.
It knows.
It knows.
Be
It
careful.
knows. The organism of comedy is always removing the unnecessary.
This is going back to in front of the house when I tell you I would love to be a fly on the wall when you and Chris and all you veteran guys are just conversating about it.
We're doing it now, okay?
Right.
You don't need to be a fly. I don't know why everybody wants to be a fly.
Right.
Why don't you just come in the room as yourself? See, now the young people today, and I don't want to get into this attitude, but I'm going to, we're not interested in amusing anecdotes from your journal, okay? So you went to the doctor and there was some confusion. I don't care. Make something up. Make the pipe talk. Now I'm into it. Don't just tell me you're a crack addict. That's not funny. If the pipe is talking, now we've got something. Look at that Haagen-Dazs. Look at that, just sitting there.
Yeah. It's a whole rack of Haagen-Dazs.
That was good.
I gave up ice cream.
I know.
You've never been sad a day in your life, have you? Have you? Your life has been one unbroken boulevard of green lights, hasn't it?
Burt Lancaster. I don't remember whose story it is. They came up to his house, and he came to the door, and his first line was, "Muffin Bob?"
My favorite Burt Lancaster story was when they went to Burt Lancaster's trailer on the movie Tough Guys with Kirk Douglas, and they had a stack of glossies of the two of them to sign. And the kid knocks on the door, and Burt Lancaster says, "Come in." And they come in with a pen, and Burt Lancaster's gonna sign him, and he goes, "Never mind, I've got my own pen." And he takes out a big, thick Sharpie and signs Burt Lancaster on the picture. He signs a stack of them, and he leaves. They go to Kirk Douglas's trailer. They knock on the door. He says, "Come in." They open the door. He comes in with a stack. They hand him the pen, and he writes it. His signature's so puny next to it. He goes, "Can't you give me the pen that he had?" They go back to Burt Lancaster's trailer, and they knock on the door. And Burt Lancaster comes with the pen in his hand, and Burt Lancaster goes, "I suppose you're looking for this." The two of them just with each other on every level. "I suppose you're looking for this." That's true. Twilight Zone.
Rod Serling, who created the Twilight Zone, came and talked at my school.
Wow. My Aunt Becky claimed she dated him. And one day, as luck would have it, I run into him on the street in LA. And I say, "I'm Alec Baldwin." And he's like, "Uh-huh." And I go, "My Aunt Becky, her last name is Martineau, she dated you in college." And he literally goes, "Would you excuse me?" And he walks away.
Would you excuse me? Is a fantastic thing to say to anyone.
Would you excuse me?
Because
polite?
It's so polite and so rude.
But unmistakably.
It's unmistakably.
Stepping aside.
Yeah.
And stepping aside. I'll have a coffee.
I think I'll have a cappuccino.
I'd like a tuna salad sandwich and some rye toast.
I have 7 grain. Is that okay?
That's the only kind of bread you have?
7 grain.
You only have 7 grain?
For that sandwich, yeah.
We're not going to get into a Jack Nicholson 5 easy pizzas kind of thing here, are we? Let's start all over again. What do you have?
7 grain.
That sounds perfect.
Okay. Do you want a toast?
I want chicken salad.
What do you want? We'll give you what we have.
What do you want? We'll give you what we have. That's brilliant.
Sandwich not on rye?
The tuna fish not on rye. You're funny. You know what I need from you, if you don't mind? If it's okay. May I have a fork?
Absolutely.
And some napkins?
Absolutely.
And may I have some, do you have any pickles?
We have pickles.
Can we get a bowl of pickles? I want to get a bowl of pickles. And I want to have a fork. I'd like some kind of dinnerware here, flatware. Is that going to be a problem? You want me to start crying?
You remember the slip and slide?
Yes.
On a slip and slide, you run, and then you stop running and continue moving forward. When I was a kid, that blew my mind.
In my neighborhood, we were staring over fences, staring at other people's slip and slides. When that Jerry got a slip and slide, that hot on. Look at that slip and slide. Can you imagine? Jeez.
Must be nice.
Is anybody out here using it? Is anybody playing it? He's in the house. What's he doing? Looks through the window. He's talking into a hairbrush in his bathroom.
Rip Torn did a part in B-Movie with me. I love that guy.
He's doing the show with me, and I go, "Where do you live?" He goes, "I live up there in Salisbury." I said, "What's it like up there where you live?" And he literally said to me, he goes, "Well," he said, "some of the people up there are a little strange." He said, "One time I was in a bar up there, and these 2 guys were at the bar, and they gave me the eye, see, and I knew something was going to go down." I'm sitting there going, "What? What happened?" He goes, "I started to go out the door and go to the car, and the one guy makes a move on me, so I crack him in the jaw. The other guy smashed me with a bottle in the face. I kick the other guy in the balls. I stick a fork in the other." He described this Peckinpah-esque melee My mouth is on the floor. I go, when did this happen? He went, last summer. He's like 74. He's
great.
Yeah, he's crazy.
That's great.
He's crazy.
This, by the way, is your curse, and I say this about you all the time. You're a gifted actor who was cursed with the mind of a writer.
I've gotten more into that as a result of being around the people I've been around. I don't think I'm that funny, but I'm totally comfortable when I say I learned a lot from being around them for 6 years. They taught me a lot.
What you know cannot be taught, my friend.
Well, in some ways, yes, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You realize we have to leave Rebecca a $1,000 tip, you know that? This is the situation we painted.
Now, let's go back to the Nintendo thing, because this is the bane of my existence.
Yeah.
One of Harry's grandmothers, the one who's alive, gave Harry a thingy, a ding, whippy,
Switch.
I don't know what it is. And he plays a thing on it, and if you would let him, he would do it every waking minute.
Yeah.
And so I have to be gruff and stern with him. Now, is this a problem for you and your daughters, or not a problem at all?
I held up. This is the first time they've had one of these things, but my 6-year-old, Penelope, she would, if you would let her, she watches these Minecraft videos.
Mm-hmm. We went through the Minecraft.
People playing Minecraft and kind of like making talking voices over it. It's like, and it is crack cocaine to her. She will watch it, and then she'll be like, I'm gonna be alone in my room with it.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah. Now,
the screen, just hold the screen here.
Yeah, that's right. And my son holds the screen in his lap, and I think, well, there you go. He's sterile.
My husband falls asleep. My husband listens to old radio plays at night sometimes. It's fine. Everything's going fine. And he falls asleep every night with the iPad on his lap, and I was like, I don't think that's good.
I don't know. It's not good. Now, this is not my business, but are the girls vaping?
The little one is, but it's like a bubblegum flavor.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Nice. Wait, what the?
Is that a ghost?
Oh my God, it is a ghost. It's the ghost of Amelia Earhart, and she's holding a small baby.
What are you guys doing in my house?
Oh my God.
Nah, I'm just goofing. I'm Tammy. I own the place. Brought you guys a quart of fresh pinion. Get you started on a fire.
Oh, thank you. Guys, this is Tammy. She's the owner of the place. I'm Abby. I'm the one that's been emailing you.
A lot of emails. Yeah. So, which one of you guys is the blushing bride? Second time around, I'm thinking, maybe third.
No, we're celebrating Rebecca's birthday. It's her 50th, the big 50.
Celebrating with a girls' weekend, huh?
We're just here for a vacation. Birthday is not a big deal.
So what am I looking at here? High school tennis team, old dance crew, or y'all magically fit in the same pair of pants? What brings us together?
Oh, well, we all met in Chicago waitressing at a pizza place called Antonio's, and it was meant to be.
Chi-Town, yeah, I've been to that place, yeah.
Well, we all came up there together in the 90s, kind of our crew.
Actually, Catherine here started her own pizza chain called Cutie Pies.
Holy shit, that's you?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never been to the restaurant, but I do love those frozen pizzas for one that you do.
Thank you.
Because, if I prep a full-size pizza, guess what? I'm gonna end up eating a full-size pizza. So, you prevent a lot of sadness. So you guys want to see the house, or?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's stop dicking around. We got the pool and the hot tub here if you want to soak or a toke. We are very discreet, so just do whatever the heck you need to do to get through this weekend.
Okay. So, Tammy, how long have you owned the property?
A few years. After my husband died, I sold our company. We made edible organic soaps. Got bought out by Unilever. Pretty sweet.
Sorry your husband died. That's sad.
Yeah, he died of a heart attack at 49.
Oh, wow.
So young. You think? Oh, it was pretty inevitable, though. We were doing so much blow.
Now, have you ever?
Have I vaped weed?
Yeah.
No, I've never even smoked weed. I'm like real square.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally like Nancy Reagan. I was a kid. Nancy Reagan was like, "Say no to drugs," and I was like, "Copy that. Got it. Easy, done." So obedient.
Also, we have s'mores.
Hey, Tammy, I'm just having a hard time getting on the Wi-Fi. I just have to send a quick email for work.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a rough weekend if you have to do work stuff. The Wi-Fi here is very slow. So you're just gonna have to talk to each other. Oh, good. While drinking a ton of wine. What could possibly go wrong? Just remember, guys, whatever gets said, it's probably what the person has always felt, and the alcohol just let it out. You wanna see the view? It's right through this gate.
So what's going on with the offer? Is it any... Hello? Hello? Shit, balls. Hello? Hello? Shit, fuck!
Sorry, not being nosy. Just wanted to bring some of my hangover cure.
Oh, thanks.
And some of my edible soaps for you, too.
Sorry, I know I should be enjoying myself and not stressing about work.
Hey, I'm not judging. Owning and managing 5 properties has its share of shit-fuck days, for sure.
But I bet you get to meet a lot of interesting people, so...
No, you'd be surprised. People are all the same. I go whole days without speaking.
Better get to wine tasting, so...
A little advice for today. If you or anyone around you starts a sentence with, "Can I just say something?" Stop right there.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Try the juice. It's got kind of a garbage flavor, but the soap helps with the aftertaste.
Edible?
70%.
I can still taste the soap a little bit.
It's just in your head. It's because of the shape. As a business owner, you can't join in the same way. You know, you can't worry about if people like you or not.
Yeah, I mean, oh, shit. I get that with my employees, but we're talking about my oldest friends. I mean, of course I'm gonna worry about what they think.
That's where you're fucking up.
Why?
Because I don't think your friends even invited you on this trip.
Did Abby tell you that? Did she say 5 people were coming?
What? No. Well, I'm saying work is a big part of who you are. So if they don't let you talk about work, then they're not letting you be on this trip.
Yeah, I mean, okay, can I just say something?
I remember what I said about the phrase, "Can I just say something?" Just walk away from that phrase.
Fuck, right. When I was a kid, I was always alone, you know? My mom was a single working mother, that whole deal, right? And it really wasn't until I met these girls that I experienced family. That's powerful. Friendship is powerful.
You gotta do that show. Stay busy, pizza for one, be honest with yourself, work as your best friend, and you gotta get contestants on that show that are kids, because I love watching kids with knives.
Now, when I had a television show, people would always say to me, I would do an interview with something somewhere, and they would say, well, why don't you have women writers? And the best I could come up with was, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know why there weren't women writers. I don't know. There was no policy against women writers. And I always thought, well, geez, if I was a woman, I'm not sure I would want to write on my little nickel and dime dog and pony show anyway, because we were on at 12:30.
Yeah, we do want to write on it, though.
Yeah. But that is my ignorance, and I feel bad for that, and it's changing. Has changed.
It has changed quite a bit. You know, I don't keep tabs show by show, but it has changed a lot. I think the great thing about Saturday Night Live is the system is actually very fair, because there is a huge table read in the middle of the week. Everyone writes their ideas on Tuesday night, and then Wednesday they get around the table and they read like 40 or 50 sketches. And so you always get to write whatever you want, and you will always pretty much always get your shot to perform it in that table read. And if it plays, it will go, most likely. And what started to improve was, as the chemistry of that room slowly became more diverse, other things played better. Beth McCarthy Miller was our director. She came in same year I did. She was the female director. Jenna, our stage manager. Stephanie, the AD, like they're just more, literally more women in the room. So they would sometimes laugh at stuff that the guys weren't purposely not laughing at, but it didn't appeal to them. One time I felt like I actually was an actual good advocate for women in comedy. At the beginning of the year at SNL, every year, we would do the commercial parodies. So you come in August, and the first thing you write are all the fake commercials. You try to film a bunch of them before the year. And my friend Paula Pell, who's one of the funniest people, I don't know if you've ever met her, but she is one of the funniest people in the world. And she, for a couple years, had submitted this commercial parody that was, remember when there was the trend of like everything was like Coke Classic and Nike Classic? And so she had written this commercial parody called Kotex Classic. And it was a really funny thing of that, like, you know, you'd go back to a throwback era of like a sort of a giant loaf of bread size Kotex pack. And the guys, I was in the room, I was one of the head writers for the first time, and they were going through the packet, and they go, well, not this one. I was like, oh, but I like this one. This is a good one. And they were like, and sort of through discussion, they weren't purposely being like, oh, this lady thing, this is gross, but it became clear that they literally truly did not understand what she was talking about because they were guys. And I was like, no, it would be like, and they were like, well, would the girls, we don't understand, like, would they have to have no pants on? Like no, like, and I like explained like
That's
the
right.
gag. And
That's how
then
that
they were like, okay, we'll try it. And we filmed it, and it was really funny. She was like, I think it's Maya Rudolph maybe is like in a swimming pool with one, and then her back half just floats up. And it was a successful thing, and I feel like, oh, this is an example. It's not purposeful, it's not institutional, but if there's not a person in the room who gets it, then it'd be like, oh, she doesn't get anything on. And it just perpetuates itself. And that's why I feel like the more diverse the room in every way, the smoother sailing. People behave themselves better. Different things, the cream will rise differently, you know.